I thought we would look at photos. So I went looking for some various photos of books. This was one that I came across. This is on the Salvo's website for auction, and I thought, oh, there's a nice lot of Agatha Christie books. I thought, look, in all honesty, it's not a great photo. It's if they could get over it a bit more, because all you've got mainly is that blank wall at the back. So, I mean, that was what started me going into this one, but I just wanted to go into it and so you can all see the condition of these wonderful books, because it's not so great. I mean, there's some good books in there, and there are some that look in nice condition, but my guess it's going to go for way too much money for what they're worth given the condition of most of them. So I'm just scrolling through their photos, and wait till we get to the good one. And there's a lot of them have got prices in texture. It worries me because you can't see the spines, but look at the spine of this one. And like some of them have got quite desirable fronts, but I mean that one's got a lot of staining around it. That Elephants Can Remember one. But like you look at this one here, there's certain ones that look in really good condition, like this. There's some that actually look in really great condition, but then I kept scrolling when I was thinking about it. I might have a look at that. They might be a good bundle to get. And then we got to this one, which was a bit rough. And yeah, that's what a lot of them have got on them. Now, this is from Tassie, these ones. Would come from Tassie. And we keep on going. There's some more texture. And a lot of creasing on the covers, and they're very dirty. And it's hard to see on the covers whether a lot of that's going to come off, I thought, as I was scrolling. But then I got to this one. Well, that's mould. And honestly, that's very mouldy. It's not anything else but mould. And how much of that has got spread through the other books if they've got them all packed up together? Which then made me wonder, if you go back to this one, is what's around the edge of this one on the cover, is that actually mould or is it dirt? But as I said, then there's other books here, the odd book that is in good condition. But anyway, I just wanted to show that. Well, to me, that's pretty rugged. That's the, I mean, you can sell a book that's really foxed, but you don't sell a book that's got mould in it, and you don't put that book with other books, Currently it's at $46. Well, yeah, you'd hope that someone has researched it properly and look through all the photos, but, did they go through all the photos? That's the thing. And look, and I will say, in their description, which, they could have put a bit more, they have said, wear and damage is present due to age and past use. The pages have yellowed, multiple covers and spines are damaged, multiple pages and covers have creases and or tears, multiple books have handwriting and stamps inside. Please refer to photos for greater reference. Well, I guess, to me the issue there is there's no mention of the mould. Well, I wouldn't touch that collection now. Even if I thought there was enough books in there to warrant it, I now wouldn't touch that because how many other books has the mould gotten into would be my concern. Yeah, there's about 58 books there, I'm going to say. We'll talk about the picture first. Not necessarily where it's taken, but people do it with jeans as well because they're standing back. They lay it flat, and they stand back and they take a photo with their phone or camera angled, and you get what we call that A-frame look. And this is a perfect example of it, which really skews what the book looks like. And that's something you really need to try and not have. You need to have your books rectangle, not like that. And not only is that like this one, but then of course it gets blurry. It's blurry because either A, perhaps they haven't cleaned their lens properly, and B, only the front portion has focused and not the back. I looked at that and I thought, oh, mine's heaps better than that. But then when I actually looked at it, the condition of it's actually quite good because you look at it, it hasn't got a lot of foxing, and you can tell by the back that it's actually not in bad condition. I still think mine's in better condition, however. We will see. But yeah, it's actually taken on one of those cinema chairs. I thought it was taken in the car, but then I saw the floor out here and realised it's not. But yeah, they've taken it on the couch next to them. It is our fluffy friend. Yes, always on the fluffy white furry blanket or rug or whatever it is. And look, sometimes the photos aren't too bad, but then sometimes, again, it's just so... It's okay to take quick lots of photos to get photos up, but then they need to be decent. There's so much space there, around that. Then we get to this. So she's showing where the bit of page is missing, and that's fine, but take another photo if it's blurry. I think this one, in particular, her lens is dirty. So always, before you do your photos especially on your phone, if you put your phone in your pocket, it's going to get it's going to be dirty. You need to clean it every single time. Sure, Sandra. Sure. Yeah, well, I just know I'm bloody cold. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to use that as an example, more so because of the cropping and also the with that second page being out of focus. I just think, just slow down a little bit. I mean, she's got 5,000, what's that, John? Oh, yes, if that's if you're back further, because what happens is if you hold the phone in closer, there's a chance you're going to get shadows and light flare, but by zooming, staying back a bit and zooming, you'll still get the light and everything, and you won't get the shadows. Now, to me, this is another example of what not to do. And maybe it's me because I've got OCD and, all the rest of it. But, that just, honestly, I'm closing my eyes because that just is making me cringe. And this person's got a lot of photos up on this tablecloth or tea towel or whatever it is. And the same with this one. You can see the shadows. Oh, it's probably a bit hard for you guys to see because I've got this dark bit. But, there's a lot of shadow in that there. Yeah, but, I mean, it's more the background. I wouldn't even look at that listing, but that's just me. But I think regardless of if you're going to use, even if you're going to use a colour, at least have a plain colour, not a check, and not one that's going to clash with the colour of the book. Now this is one where they've tried to crop in, but this one's an ex-library book. It's got the plastic covering on it, so they're getting the reflection, and yeah, that's sort of like glare from the light. I hope this isn't anyone's photos that are in the group. Sorry if it is. They're not in the group anymore. Yeah, and the same thing on the back. If that's as Adam said before. But if you stand back and you actually zoom in, you don't get that. Personally for me, I'd rather have both top and bottom the same colour, but still, the background's still nice and clean, a lot better than the red check tablecloth. But again, this is lower than where they are, and so they're still getting that A-frame, but except it's an upside down one, which totally distorts the picture and just, to me, that would be a better image. What's everybody else think? Oh yeah, But if you were going to choose a photo for your main, and you've got this one and this one, so that's that one. This person is in the group, but they won't leave. It is me. So I just wanted to show what you can do. Now, this book, obviously you can see it's an antique book. And so, but you can't really read. It's very hard. The only reason we can sort of vaguely see what it is because I've clicked on the enlarger thing. So for the thumbnail, that looks pretty atrocious, you can't really see, so I'll just zoom it back in. So for the little thumbnail, you're not getting a great image. So my suggestion there, which is what I've done, is to consider doing something a bit different. So I've used this, which is the inside page. I used this one as my first photo for this one. Whether it works or not is another thing, but I like getting books from the Mechanics Institutes. They're good. This is a lovely book. Look at these beautiful photos. But yeah, I just thought rather than have that as the main picture, I just thought that would be better, but we'll see what happens. No. It's actually clean. It's just discoloured, it's had some sort of a varnished sort of stuff put on over the top of it to protect it. So that's sort of what's discoloured. But yeah, someone could come and buy that off me for $93. I posted a book today, I will say, that was on bookshelf A, shelf number 2, which originally was shelf number 1 when I first started, so in row 2. So basically one of the very first books I ever listed, so it's been there for well over 2 years. And it just shows if you wait long enough, you can sell anything. I was just curious what people thought with this one. So this is not necessarily because of the book that it is, although, I'm not quite sure whether it was the right book to do it with, but it's a concise Oxford Dictionary. Well, I don't know that it's that antique, but it's in pieces. I think it's from 1920. Yeah, it's only 1925, so it's not even like it's an 1800s one. And I just wondered, would you guys list that? Cosmetically, there is age and wear present throughout the book. Front cover and the first 34 pages have been disconnected from the main spine of the book. The back cover is still connected to the spine, but only just by a few threads. Wow. There you go. I would consider it, and I have got a couple of books here I've been umming and ahhing about doing it with, that have got beautiful book plates in them, like beautiful coloured illustrations. And, you know, it's such a shame. I don't want to throw the book out, but the book is literally in pieces. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether this one actually gets any. I should put a watch on it. Now this one, I just wanted to, because this one came up in the Salvo's auctions as well, so it'll be interesting to see, actually, if I refresh to see where the price has gone up. Yeah, so the price is already going up on this one. So if we actually have a look at it, so it'll be interesting also to see what this one goes for, but, so it's got 6 days to go, I think. Did I see something else? Ends in 5 days and 23 hours, so yeah, it had 6 days when I last looked at it. And it's getting a lot of bids already. But I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe it's got some value. So then I thought, well, I'll see what they've got them listed for. Now, it's quite interesting. So I guess my point here is to make sure that you don't just comp what people have got it listed at. You need to look at what it's sold for, because if you have a look here, like 120, 249, 125, 265, 450, 200, and then if we go to solds, so the last one sold in June for $89.99. Oops, oh no, maybe it wasn't. The last one sold for $73.80 actually. So there's a big difference between what they've had them listed for and what they're actually getting, how much you're getting for them. So yeah, make sure you check your solds. That was my little point there. Another example of that. Oh, and I've spoiled the surprise, haven't I? So this is actually, we'll do it in reverse. So I pulled up the sold comps on this one, and we've got, so this is the first UK edition with this really great cover on it, and it's $39, so $40, $65, and $60 there. So if we take away the solds and have a look at how much the one that's up for auction is going for. Hang on, that's not the one. Where is it? Where's it gone? It was on the Salvos, and it was going for a huge amount. Oh, here it is. So it's already up for going for $105, and it's only been put up today, and it's already had 17 bids on it. Do you really think so? Or is it just that, or, no. I think people go into the Salvos thinking maybe they're going to get a bargain. They see all these people bidding on this book, and they think, I would like that, and they think, I want that book too, and it'll still be a bargain, and they just bid without checking. I could be wrong, but yeah. You know, I mean, I do wonder about that sometimes, but it's not like everything's getting a bid, like some of the things don't get bid on at all, and they'll go up, you'll see them up again next week and the week after. So, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I don't think that happens all the time. Now, this one was an Aboriginal art book, and that wasn't the point of me doing it, but it's about knowing how to list your book with what words to put in it. So this apparently is a desert country art book with box. So if you're listing it with the box, it's actually called a slipcover, in case anyone didn't know. Well, it's called Desert Country Art Book. That's what it's called. Yeah, but it's from the South Australian Gallery, the Santos Art Gallery. Yeah, so that is it for my little spiel.